If your shop feels busy, but your bank account doesn't show it, this video might explain exactly why. Because one of the most confusing experiences you can have as a shop owner is this. You have customers coming in, sales are happening, the till is ringing, and yet you still feel financially stuck. And you start asking yourself, where is all this money actually going? You wonder if you're doing something wrong. You wonder if it's always going to feel this way. You wonder if it's always going to be this stressful. I want to tell you something important right now. If your shop is busy, but you're not making real profit, you are just missing one of the key pieces that nobody is teaching shop owners about. And once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it again. You see, I talk to retailers every single week, and they say things to me like, my shop looks successful from the outside, but I don't feel successful. Or I'm selling all day long, but I still feel broke at the end of the month. Or even, I think I'm making money, but honestly, Sam, I really don't know. And that last one is more common than you think. And that's because most independent shop owners, they track their sales, but they don't track their structure. They know what they sold today, but not the actual amount of money that they have kept from each of those sales. And that difference there means absolutely everything to your shop. You see, here's what most people don't realize until much later than they should. Revenue, it impresses people. You can say, we took this much today, and people go, wow. But profit, that is what protects your business. And that is what I want you to get hyper focused on. Because your profit, that's what keeps your business alive. And if your structure underneath your shop isn't strong, you can increase your sales and still feel stuck. And that's the trap. And it's a very common one. So let's break down the real reasons busy shops don't feel profitable and exactly what you can do about it. So these are the patterns that I see constantly. Reason number one, your margins are working against you. Most shop owners price their products emotionally instead of mathematically. They say things to themselves like, well, does this feel fair? Would I pay that? What are my competitors charging? But they don't calculate what margin do I actually need to make from this product to make it work for my business. So they price something. It might sell well, so they assume it's a good product. But then when we come to run the numbers, that product is barely making their business anything. Sometimes I found that it's even losing a business money once all of that shop's real costs have been included. And that is when shop owners realize something shocking. Some of their best selling products are actually some of their worst performing products when it comes to profit. And that's why there never seems to be any money left in the bank account at the end of the month. Reason two, busyness creates a false sense of success because busy, it can feel successful. Busy can look successful from the outside. Busy sounds successful, but busyness doesn't always equal profitable. I have seen shops packed with customers that still break even at the end of the month. And quieter shops, they might not look as busy from the outside, but they are quietly outperforming everyone financially because they have their products priced for profit. Reason three, your costs have changed, but your prices haven't. Now, this one is super common and I see it more than I care to think about because your costs, they do not stay still. Your suppliers increase their prices, shipping changes, packaging costs more, rent goes up, energy rises, staff costs increase. And yet most shop owners, they're not reviewing their pricing nearly regularly enough to make sure that they are keeping up with these things. So your costs are slowly increasing while your prices are staying the same. And that gap only gets filled by one thing: your profit shrinking and becoming less and less and less until you actually can't pay yourself the wage that you deserve when you come to get paid. Reason 4, your average transaction value is too low. Sometimes the issue isn't how many customers you've had coming through your door, it's how much you're making per purchase. If your average order sale is small, you need to do a lot more customers just to make the same amount of profit. And this creates more pressure. It means more marketing, more posting, more effort, more customers through the door, when often the smarter move here is increasing how much each customer buys. So one small increase in your average order spend can change your entire monthly numbers dramatically. And that's leverage. To do this, you need to plan your customer journey a lot more carefully. Reason number 5, discounting is quietly destroying your business. Now, to many retailers I speak to, discounting feels like they're taking action. It feels like you're fixing slow sales. But repeated discounts don't only slash your prices, but they also train your customers to wait for the next one. And this means your full price stops working altogether. Not because your products are bad, but because your pricing strategy is. And this is what so many major stores are now facing. It's why they're having constant sales. And it's what they can't get themselves out of the mess they've created for themselves, because the only thing they can now cut is the quality of the products on sale. So you do not want to end up playing this game. You do not want to end up cutting your prices, realizing you can't afford those prices, so you cut the quality of what you're offering. This is not what you want your business to be about. It is lose-lose for you and for your customers. But there is an encouraging part in all this, I promise you. And the encouraging part is, if your shop is already busy, if you're noticing you've already got customers coming through your door, you don't have the hardest problem. Because the hardest problem is getting people into your shop. And you have already solved that, which means you are closer to real profitability than you might think in this moment. So we don't want you working even harder. We don't want you sitting there panicking. You don't even need to reinvent your whole business. You just need better visibility on your numbers. Because once you see your real pricing structure clearly, everything changes. Your decisions get easier. Your confidence increases. You stop guessing so much. Your stress starts to go away. And that is when your business can start to feel fun again. Not because you're suddenly working less, but because your business is finally working for you in the way that it's supposed to. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, Sam, I honestly don't know if my pricing is right. I don't know what my safe sale price is. I don't know if all of my costs have been taken into account when pricing my products. Then I have made something especially for you. It's my pricing calculator. In fact, it's an entire pricing system that I have put together for you that shows you exactly what your prices should be based on your real costs, your margins, and your targets. There are no guesses, no estimates. These are all about real numbers. Because once you run your products through it, you will instantly see whether your current prices are helping your business to grow or if they are quietly holding it back. And you can find the link for this below this video. Run your numbers through it. It might be the most eye-opening thing that you do for your business this year. And it's the fastest change that you can make to turn things around. So busy, it doesn't guarantee profitability, but by having the right numbers, you can make sure that every single product that you sell is priced for profit. I hope you found today's video helpful. Have a great day. and I'll speak to you soon.